What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to talk about the worst guns in Fortnite Chapter 1 history. If I did miss any, make sure you leave a comment. Let's go for 20 likes and 3 new subs from this video, and without further ado, let's get right into it. The first gun on this list is really just a no-brainer for me, in my opinion, and it's easily one of the worst items Fortnite has ever released, and that is the crossbow, or the Cupid's crossbow. The crossbow was first introduced in Chapter 1 Season 2, and it was the Cupid's crossbow, but it did get reskinned to just a normal crossbow. One of the many problems with it was the structure damage, which it only did one. It did 1 damage to structures, so it was basically impossible to break a build with it. And also, it only did like 58 damage with a really slow fire rate. It did have a scope on it, but the scope really just sucked. It was extremely hard to hit shots, and there was absolutely no point in carrying the crossbow. Had low damage, low fire rate, and it was hard to hit shots. I don't think anything about it was good. Next on this list is an AR that I'm not sure if people are going to agree with me on this, but that is the thermal scoped AR. To be honest, I think it was more of a DMR, and the thing about DMRs is they're never really that good. The only way you could use this is if you were very far away. The reason being is the really slow fire rate and also the fact that it has a scope on it. You can't really spray with it because of the slow fire rate, and if you try to use it while scoping in, it will be impossible to hit a single shot if you're up close. And if you're hip firing, the crosshair was just so big, it was like no scoping. The damage, if I'm being honest, wasn't too bad. The headshot was like 76, but the body shot only did like 40. The fact that it shot really slow, and most of the time you only hit for 40 damage, I think the only time I would carry it was in the sniper shootout. Next on this list is a revolver, and that is a scoped revolver. Don't get me wrong, I did really like the normal revolver, but the problem with the scoped one was the scope actually made it harder to hit shots. The damage was pretty good though, but the problem with it was actually the scope. The scope was the main feature of the revolver, but it honestly wasn't good. I feel like the scope actually made it worse, like I mentioned already. The revolver was mainly good because you could hip fire with it to get some good damage, but to hit those nice satisfying revolver shots, the enemy needs to be further away because of the scope. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. I think some people might have some mixed opinions on it. Next gun on this list is actually the OG season right now, and that is the Chapter 1 Season 1 SMG. The problem with it was the damage. I would say the fire rate was actually pretty decent, but the 13 damage was just so bad. Especially because it was in a season with the insane pump and attacks. All the shotguns were just insane in Chapter 1 Season 1. If you tried using it, you would get destroyed by any shotgun. If you think otherwise, go try to use it right now. You'll find out easily. Next on this list is the Burst SMG from, I think it was Chapter 1 Season 9. There's so many things wrong with it. One, I really don't like the Burst SMG, which is weird because I absolutely love the one from Chapter 5. But this one I just hated so much. Also, it did only like 23 damage, and I think it only shot in a 2-round burst. And the time in between the bursts just made it impossible to spray at a wall. The fire is just so bad. If they made it 3 bullet bursts, then I think it would actually be decent. But the damage was also too low. Next on this list is actually sniper, and that is the semi-auto sniper. Now hear me out. Before you click off this video, the semi-auto sniper from Chapter 1, the real Chapter 1, not the OG season, was just not good. It didn't one-shot headshot, but it did shoot faster than the bolt action. The thing is though, in my opinion, snipers are meant to be like those one-shot, really high damage guns. But it was just a sniper that shot fast that hit for 60 damage. It wasn't really good at all. Don't get me wrong, I could kind of see why you could like it, but I would just take any sniper over this. Don't get me wrong though, the one from the OG season, the first one, was just absolutely insane, bro. It did like a one-shot headshot and hit for 100 body and shot really fast. But I'm talking about the one from Chapter 1. The final gun on this list is actually another sniper, and I think a lot of people are going to disagree with this one, but that is a Storm Scout sniper from late Chapter 1. It was cool how it showed the next storm circle, but the problem with it was, one, it didn't one-shot headshot. Alright, this is me from the future here. Looking back on the footage, it does look like it one-shot headshots. If you guys know, can you leave a comment, please? I really have no clue. Alright, back to the video. That means it would take a minimum of 2 shots to kill someone, even if you headshot them. It did an 80 body shot, which really just wasn't good. The main purpose of the Storm Scout, though, was that it shows next zone, which was actually pretty good. It was like the forecast tower, but in a gun, which was honestly a really cool concept, now that I think about it. Alright, that's going to wrap up this video. If you did enjoy, make sure you like, and since you made it to the end, you should also subscribe, because you're probably not. Thanks for watching, I'll see you guys in the next one.